Hey y'all, we're propagating stuff again tonight because some of my plants are getting a little unruly. Maybe not too unruly, but I just like to propagate stuff. So, yeah. I got my little helper here. She's not really helping. Her and Murphy tried to help mommy. Not cool, y'all. Since that was what I was gonna do anyway. Oh god, I forgot scissors. Be right back. Let's get into it, I guess. Well, since Jane and Murphy already started helping me, oh gosh, I watered that really recently. Jane and Murphy already helped me propagate this a little bit. I will do some more for you real quick, just to get it over with. I'm just gonna take up to here. That knife is not as sharp as I would like it to be. Okay then. I did recently do my string of hearts in another video, but it grew so fast. I'm just propagating away. And I'm gonna go here. This knife might have been a bad idea. Oh well. So this is the spot where I've propagated apparently twice. You probably can't really see that. There's little guys there. And I am trying my Sphagnum Moss for the first time. I'm not gonna bother cutting this into smaller pieces because I know that it will grow roots even just like that. And I'm gonna take these little pieces that Jane or Murphy, I'm not sure entirely which one, tried to take off the plant for me. Little sweethearts, aren't they? Freaking cats. I go on and on and on about how my cats ignore my plants. And then, of course, I try to do something, and then they stop ignoring my plants. Making a fool out of me. Actually, I am gonna... whatever. Just gonna toss that in there, too. And again, this is my first time ever using Sphagnum Moss. I just hydrated it. I hydrated it in a short the other day where I did a little time lapse and it was really cute. I don't know what this Tradescantia is called, but I'm gonna chop it up just a bit. I think that should be good. I don't know what I will do with these propagations, but I mostly just want to see how I feel about Sphagnum Moss, I guess. Let's see if there's anything else I want to cut off of this. Well, I guess I'm not propagating the plant. It's doing my job for me. Maybe that's good for now. Because this piece and this piece just fell off of it while I was trying to pull it apart. Or, not pull it apart. Sometimes my brain doesn't work after work. Anyway, oh, shout out to Chef Charles. He's my sous chef at work. He just told me that he watched some of my videos today, which was cool, but also kind of embarrassing because I don't think I've ever really had anybody watch my channel that I work with. So, hi Charles! I'm going to propagate this Fittonia because this one little piece is so much longer than everything else, and I just think it looks kind of weird. So I'm going to chop that too. I don't need to take it all the way down, but just, you know, a little bit. These propagate so easily. They grow, actually pretty much everything that I've propagated so far propagates really easily. So if I am doing the sphagnum moss thing correctly, it shouldn't be too difficult to get stuff to grow. Let's see if there's any other spots. Oh, maybe that spot. That looks a little long. And mainly I mean long as in compared to everything else on the plant. Okay. Hoya next. This is my Hoya retusa. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing with this one at all. It's not like all my other Hoyas, so ew, I forgot they have a sap. Ugh. Oh, I feel like I should mention there's only one plant that I'm propagating this evening that is toxic to cats. So if you were worried about Jane and Murphy helping me, you don't need to be, because they didn't get to this guy. Calathea, Hoya, Tradescantia. I'm pretty sure all the strings of things also are all cat safe. I do try to keep that a standard for the plants that they can reach, which is why it was annoying that they were helping me, but also I wasn't worried about it, if that makes sense. And I'm just chopping this. Hoya don't really have nodes in the normal sense. I just try to chop it like where leaves are coming out of the main stem. I would kind of say that's like a node area. So and roots will kind of grow all along this little stem here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call this box 1. And I have another box, so I'm gonna go get it. Okay. Box number 2. Let's see. This plant's not really unruly, but it doesn't really get any love in my home. Because I'm not that into like the more succulent plants, which, sorry if you are. We're allowed to have our opinions. And my opinion is that succulents are way too easy to overwater. And I don't appreciate that as a helicopter plant mom of sorts. And I'm not going to chop this up. I'm just going to put it in just like this. This is the first time I've ever propagated my ZZ plant. Is that weird? I mean, it really hasn't done much growing for me. This is new-ish. Oh yeah, it's pretty new. It's really soft still. These get like pretty stiff. For a plant, you know. Well, I'll just propagate more because the shelf that it's on is a little bit too short for it. And I don't care that much about it. So we're just gonna see what it does in here. I don't even know if this is how you're supposed to propagate ZZ plants. I know they have like, you can separate them by division because it's, I think it's a rhizomatic plant, but don't quote me on that. Maybe I cut one more piece. Also, when you're propagating plants, especially if you're being silly like me and using a knife instead of scissors, be careful. Cut away from yourself. Don't injure yourself for plants. Just don't do it. It's not a good idea. I'm going to propagate another plant that's been propagated and chopped up on my plant. Blah, blah, blah. Wow, the struggle is real. I'm gonna propagate another plant that I've propagated on this channel before because, hello, it's about to be a hanging plant or something. Crazy. You know, I'm gonna chop this thing way back. Why not? No, maybe not that much. Maybe here. For Maranta, you want to cut right below these knuckles, which are these like bumpy areas. You can see that very well. Maybe I'll chop it up into 2 pieces, because why not? Usually I just propagate my Maranta in water because they are long. But I'm gonna stick these 2 pieces in here. I think I might not use the sphagnum for the rest of my Maranta pieces that I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna chop this one all the way down to here because why not? Oh yeah. I am not a fan of using this knife to propagate stuff. We're gonna abandon that knife for now. And you can use Maranta as hanging plants because they do kind of start to trail if they get too large and crazy, which is pretty cool. Like, I like them better as bushy plants. I think I just like bushy plants in general. No, that's not true. I like trailing plants. They just have to be like the kind of plant that could have a shorter internodal space so that it still kind of looks bushy even when it's vining. Does that even make sense? Okie dokie. Oh, and while I'm using it as a way to push myself off the ground, woo! I am such a dork. This is my kitty's new scratching post. I got it off of Amazon because that's where I get everything. It's super cute. It's 2 mushrooms. It's very Alice in Wonderland, I think. Oh, speaking of, here you go, BookTube. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. Did you know there were 2 books? I bet you didn't. Comment down below if you did know it was actually 2 volumes or 2 books or whatever. Here we go. Kitchen shears. And we're just gonna cut this piece in here. I'm telling you, no mercy tonight. I am propagating the heck out of these plants.
But it's okay because I will have a fuller plant once we're done. I'm also just chopping off all these ugly yellow leaves that didn't survive my vacation because I don't like them. Let's see. This one looks like a good place to chop as well. This plant is just, I really love it, but it looked better when I first bought it, that's for sure. I'm just going to shove this piece back in here and see if we can do some soil propagation as well. Poor thing, it looks so ugly now. But it will look pretty again. Oh, I missed a dead leaf.
Maranta are another plant that you can divide to make more plants. Oh, also, I don't know if you can see all the new growth that's coming in down there. So it will be a more full plant sooner even than I hoped. It's just all taking a long time to actually pop out. Okay, that's going back in there. And Hoya. This guy is technically a Crimson Princess, I believe. Yeah, I think the Crimson Princess is the one with the variegation on the inside instead of around the edges. Crimson Queen has the crown and Princess has the inside. I don't know. Anyway, so this plant has a little tiny bit of irrigation right there. And on this leaf here, and then all the rest of this turned green for some reason. And it's quite frustrating. So I want to chop it back to see if I can, because this is off the same piece of plant as this. Like this. Actually, I think it was all one plant and I propagated it or something, or whatever. Anyway, that's not what you're here for. Nobody wants to hear me blather. But yeah, we're going to chop it back as far as I can get to try and encourage some variegation to come back. And then who knows what will happen to the part I propagated, but just, that looks good. That's going to go in the little Sphagnum Moss bin. Okay, this piece has variegation. This piece has variegation. Okay, we're going to call that good because it looks more like Crimson Princess. I'm like, should I propagate from here too, just to make it fuller? Maybe. I think we will. Okay. There is not a lot of internodal space because it's getting a lot of light where it sits. I have a grow light and a window within a couple feet of this plant, so it's been really happy. I think, you know what? I just broke a leaf off. I guess I'm propagating that leaf. Ta-da! Oh man. Nah, we're just gonna leave it. This plant wasn't one of my unruly plants. I just wanted that green piece gone. Hoya bucket. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? It's just not very cute. I don't know, maybe it's cute to some people. I got these because everybody else on YouTube was super into Hoyas. They just don't do it for me. And that's okay. Comment down below and let me know what your favorite type of plant is. My favorite type of plant, pretty much anything in the aroid family I love. I love philodendron. I prefer the vining ones. The climbing ones are okay too, but I don't really like the ones that are, what do they call them? Self-heading. The one they kind of grow in like a rosette, like pink princesses. They technically vine, but they like. I don't like them. I don't like that type of philodendron, and I don't see the appeal of the pink princess. Like, woohoo, it's pink. But you could have this. Do you see how pretty this is? To me, at least. I love me some variegated plants. What is on this? Tell me that's not a bug. Anyway. Let's see. I think this Hoya pubicalyx is, well, it's probably honestly not a very good candidate because, again, the space between the nodes isn't very long. Although there's a piece here I can cut. There we go. I used to just drool over this plant at the nursery. And you can probably see why if you look here. It's so pretty. The variegation is like speckly, which is fun, but honestly, I'm not that into the like silvery variegation. and I'm not that into the texture of Hoyas. And honestly, I could get a Jose Bueno. I can't necessarily allow myself to buy one at the moment because your girl's got to pay rent, and I was just on a vacation, so, you know, maybe I'll hold off on buying myself a birthday present until I'm a little bit caught up. But yeah, I'm gonna film a wishlist plants video soon and tell you all about the things that I would buy for myself if I was rich. Let's see, this is Hoya bilobata. Bilobata? Pretty sure that's what it's called. It's either that or one of these is a DS70, or did that die? I don't remember. It's been so long since I filmed the video where I got these plants all in the mail. But I will link that in the cards so you can go watch me be a super dork about it. Yeah, this is the Hoya bilobata, I think. Pretty sure. I'll put the name in the comments after I rewatch that video for you. Oh, it's dripping. I don't like it. I'm gonna just shove that in here as well. Okay. What is this? Maybe this might be the, is this the DS70? It's so hard to tell. They all look the dang same. Might be just a Hoya carnosa green. I'm hearing cat noises and I'm getting very suspicious, but they're both chilling on the couch and on the chair. So we're good. Nobody is causing any ruckus. I don't know what this is either. I feel like these have gotten such different environments that it's just hard to tell what they are, because like the leaves, look, I just cut this from here and that's a totally different leaf shape. This one's like rounded and cute and this one's long and weird, and I don't understand why. Oh, weird. The other Hoya had like white waxy goo, and this one has clear goo coming out of it. Is it even a Hoya? It must be, because it was in my Hoya package. Let's see what else. I did just take a propagation of this guy in my last propagation video, and it hasn't really bounced back yet. I feel like maybe the roots aren't super happy in this pot. Anyway, that's enough, I think. Yeah, that's good enough. Let's see. Oh, and I have this other Maranta. I'm gonna cut this ugly dead leaf off here. Why is it always the new leaves that die? That's depressing. Oh wait, no, that was the old leaf. Thank goodness. Okay. This is just a Maranta red. It's very pretty though. And this section has a new leaf coming in, but I am still gonna chop it, because even if it doesn't survive, I don't mind. I just want to make it a fuller plant. More full? I feel like fuller works. Anyway. I think that's good. It was just a little too long in the one spot. And my most precious plant in this collection. Actually, I think these two hold spots equally high in my heart. Definitely some of my favorite non-philodendron plant. And for sure, this has been my least finicky Fittonia that I've ever had. Touch wood. Knock on wood. Whatever. I've been watching too much Jungle Haven. Claire always says touch wood because she's British. Anyway, I haven't repotted this yet, which I think is the only reason I haven't killed it. So I'm going to have to be very, very, very careful whenever I repot it. It looks like it could be getting close. I can still squeeze a little bit on the roots, so hopefully I have some time before it gets too crazy. Anyway, back to this plant, my Variegated Maranta. And of course I am filming this at night, so it's kind of hard to show you the variegation and the beautiful colors. But look at this new leaf. It's so cute. It's got little speckles of variegation. It's got little speckles of variegation, and it's super cute. I'm probably gonna chop this leaf because it's not looking super happy, and these two leaves. And I think that'll be it, because again, I don't like when my Marantas go this way. I like them to go this way. Okay. So this one, I don't think I need to go that far down, but I might as well, because otherwise I'll just have her ugly stick hanging out. And I'm also going to chop between those two knuckles there. And honestly, I don't need to keep this much stem, but whatevsies. Okay, and again, these Maranta are probably not going to stay in this box. I wonder if it's like, oh God, my feet are asleep now, and that hurt really bad. As I was saying, what was I saying? Oh, I wonder if it makes a difference if you propagate your Maranta at night when they're like praying, whatever. I wonder if it makes a difference what time of day you propagate them. Like, do they care? Do they even know? I'm sure they don't care, right? They're plants. They're just like, make sure I don't die. And then, of course, there's just a whole section of plant that's not variegated. It's kind of ruining the effect. I think we're going to go for it. We're going to chop that down to the root. Bye. Oh, it was making a little baby right here. Hopefully that doesn't die. I'm probably gonna pot this back in with this guy, since I'm sure you can see the resemblance. This is the variegated version of this. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of bouquets of Maranta around my apartment. Let's see, is there anything else? I'm not gonna lie, I really want to propagate my Philodendron gloriosum, but I'm afraid to a little bit. Usually I'm kind of ruthless with propagating plants. I like the way it looks right now. I do. I like it a lot. It's very cute. And yeah. But don't worry. That day is coming soon, because it is definitely going to outgrow the pot that it's in. And I'm not sure if that's going to happen before the roots get too big or not. I guess we'll see. Ooh, I'll use my little fox cup. I love this mug, but I don't drink out of it because it's super awkward. That works. I'll just plop all of my little cuttings from our Maranta in here. And they'll just have to be happy because I think maybe I should chop this up. Actually, now while I'm looking at it. I chopped you. Let go. I did not do a good job chopping. Dang it. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching this. If you want to watch another video on propagation, I have this one here or this one here. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.